Hello, you're watching Access. My name is Dave. I'm joined today by Rob.
Hello.
And this is 7 things, Rob, that you need to do in Mad Max.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to play Mad Max.
Lucky you.
For about 3 hours. And I did way more than 7, but these were my 7 favourite things that you need to do. And the first one is, pretty obviously, car combat.
Smash up stuff in a car.
Yeah, there's so many ways to do it. You saw me boost into a car at the start there. You can side swipe. Look at this. Oh, it's so satisfying.
Oh, nice.
How nice is that explosion?
The explosion looks great.
That is so... And here again.
Oh. That is brutal.
Car combat isn't just for cars.
Just what I'd expect from Mad Max, the game.
Yeah, you've got a number of options to you, despite, as well as just driving into things, and one of which is this, which is flames coming out of the side of your car to burn things.
Fire effects look amazing.
Yeah, they do. Obviously, you've got your harpoon as well. I harpooned this bumper here and boosted into him for a harpoon slam. There's really loads.
Did you make your car blue and purple, Dave?
It was like that when I found it, honest. But to be honest, I quite liked it. I guess it wasn't particularly good in the desert.
It's a great time for beautiful open world games set in deserts at the moment, isn't it?
It is.
Bang.
I took off his tyre, incapacitated him, and then boosted into him. And speaking of the harpoon everything is thing number 2. So I thought it was sort of just for cars. How wrong I was. So obviously you can take off different components from the cars. You saw the wheel already. I take off the door there so that you can get at the driver. But you can also take down towers.
So it's quite a versatile tool for engaging with the world. Would you say it's a bit like the grappling hook in Just Cause? You can just have lots of fun seeing what you can do to things by harpooning them.
Definitely, it's lots of fun. I was really surprised how much I was going to be using it. I thought I'd just be, as I said, just using it on cars. The explosions are beautiful. Taking down these sort of tower defences that are firing rockets at you. I love as well that it goes slow motion. And I think it's pretty much limitless, that slow motion. Here taking a big fire tank out of...
Just a drum of fire.
Just a drum full of fire. It's used for like puzzle solving. I've saved the best for last, obviously, and that's just men, just harpooning men.
Yes.
Men on bridges, men up high.
Pull him off, Dave.
He's coming.
Oh! Can you drag him along for ages behind you?
You can drag them along for as long as you want, and
Brilliant.
better than that, you'll see drag them out of cars. If you press circle again, you whip them round. Look at this guy. He's going to whip like you've never seen. Oh! Right
now he did.
Into a wall, and this guy too. It just torment them.
I'm going to have so much fun doing this, Dave.
It is such a lot of
much fun. I love games where you can just manipulate the NPCs like that. Brilliant. So is this hand-to-hand combat now?
This is, of course, hand-to-hand combat, which will seem quite familiar to a lot of people. It's just so heavy. Max is such a slugger. It's really, really brutal. And as you'd expect, the sort of better he does in combat, the more he chains together, the angrier he gets, and then goes into fury mode.
Nice.
Which is just beautiful. He's got a parry there, so you see the triangle button is to pull off a parry. You can shiv people if you've got shivs to finish them.
This is continuing a tradition for Warner games, isn't it? We've had Batman, then Shadow of Mordor, and now Mad Max. Really satisfying, heavy-feeling, crunchy hand-to-hand combat.
It is exactly that. It's really, really satisfying.
Bang.
It's really brutal. Like, Max isn't like a finessed sort of guy. He feels like a sort of pub brawler who's just
good at it.
He's good at it for sure, yeah. But he's kind of making it up as he goes. He's not got amazing karate skills and stuff. He's just breaking bones.
I don't know, he looks pretty good to me.
He's not bad. I could take him. But to be honest, I knew I was going to enjoy the car combat, but it was great when you came across a bunch of enemies on the ground and you were able to just get out and get stuck in, because he's just so brutal. He's so powerful on the floor. Look at him, just loads of men, and he's just not really...
Yeah, and they've got no chance.
Bothered.
He's broken an arm there. Back in the car.
This is the next one, Rob. This is drive into a sandstorm. Here I was, minding my own business. I turned to my left. What's coming?
Look at it.
I think you're going to really like this.
Whoa.
It is terrifying, and when you get inside, it's just the apocalypse.
That is brilliant.
More than that, have some lightning. Let's have some lightning in this sandstorm.
It's like the movie, isn't it?
It's exactly like that.
It's like Fury Road, that bit.
It's really, really beautiful. It's windy, it's loud, the sound's incredible.
Can you use sandstorms if you're in car combat to your advantage?
Well, it pretty much puts everyone off being involved in car combat. So the enemies, I was actually in a battle at that point when the storm hit. But it's just beautiful. It's really, really cool. You need to find shelter. The next thing is use a balloon to survey your surroundings. So I was driving along and found this sort of balloon outpost, cleared it out, tried to take off, and it said you need to take down all the wires that are holding the balloon in place, which I did with my harpoon, which I love. Got in, obviously, as you can see,
pulled the flames
and ascended above the wasteland, and it's just really, really pretty, just really lovely. Unfortunately, you can't take the balloon anywhere. It just goes
up and down for viewing things.
But that's nice enough. But when you are up in the air, you can use Max's binoculars. Look how lush that is.
I mean,
it's so pretty.
It's a dry, barren wasteland, but a very beautiful one.
Exactly. And then you can use Max's binoculars to just sort of survey the area, find points of interest to visit, sort of scout. It spots a sniper.
So what kind of things are you going to be doing then? What kind of things are you looking
it's
for?
Massive.
Like outposts?
There's outposts, scrap to salvage.
Is that an enemy sniper?
There's an enemy sniper that you've spotted. Taking down scarecrows, they're called, that cause influence on the land. The next point then, once you've surveyed, is just to go exploring. Look how pretty this is. I just put this bit in because I just thought it was beautiful. But as well as being a wasteland, it's sort of full of cool things to find and explore. Here's an upturned tanker, just sort of strewn in the middle of what's now the desert. It's massive. And there's loads of different kinds of terrain. Here's what I think is a subway train, I reckon.
I think you're right.
That you can go inside. It looks like it was underground once. It's that sort of train. It's just snaking in, and obviously you can go in here.
I love this kind of environmental storytelling.
Yeah, me too.
Just dot the landscape with hints of story.
This is my favourite one. It's a dock that's been emptied of all the water. You can see there's boats everywhere. There's a lighthouse up there. Yeah, this used to be where we are now, underwater. Boats everywhere. There's a boat and a wind farm.
Old wind farm.
I just love that because I think
hinting at the lovely world that used to be.
Exactly.
And you now look at it.
It's not a boring place to be whatsoever.
And this is inside the car.
This is the final point. If you're going to go exploring, why not do it in first person?
Why the hell not? Yeah.
It's a beautiful game. I think you love to see it in this perspective. Anytime that you're in a car in a game, I think you really want to be.
Car combat from first person must be pretty cool.
I've got to admit, I didn't have the guts to try it out because I was a bit nervous about it, but I'm sure it is. There's one bit where I come across a car in a moment and I wish I'd stayed inside because I just wanted to try it out. It's here. You're heading towards it. It'd be so great to smash into that car in first person. I did, and then I went into third person. It's just so cool. But a word of advice: if you are going to go first person, don't do it when your car's on fire because it's really hard to see what you're doing.
Naturally.
But hopefully that has whet your appetite for Mad Max.
It's a
vast game. I was so
really
impressed by all the things that you can do in it. Like, honestly, so many options for what to do and how to do those things. It's really, really interesting, and I'm excited to play it. And it's out on Tuesday, so that's really cool. So thank you for watching. Please do comment to let us know what you're looking forward to about Mad Max. Like this video if you like this video, and subscribe so you don't miss anything coming up on the channel.